Welcome, you are listening Radio Central News. I'm Chandni and now news in detail. India's COVID-19 tally on Friday witnessed a record spike of 96,551 fresh cases, while 1,209 more people succumbed to the contagion, the Union Health Ministry said. The escalation has pushed country's overall pandemic tally past the 45 lakh mark, with the figure currently standing at 45,62,415. The toll has now zoomed past 76k mark, with 76,271 lives being claimed by the virus till date. The fatality rate currently stands at 1.67%. Active caseload on the country has also increased, and presently the country houses 9,43,480 active cases. Cured cases from the novel coronavirus disease since Thursday were 70,880, taking the total recovery pan-India to 3,57,42,663 so far, with the recovery rate now at 77.65%. According to the Indian Council of Medical Research, in the past 24 hours, 11,63,542 samples were tested, taking the total test conducted to 5,40,97,975 till date. Globally, the United States of America remains at the top spot with over 62 lakh case count so far, followed by India as number 2 and Brazil at the third spot. Senior Congress leader Ajay McCain on Friday moved Supreme Court challenging the directions passed by a bench headed by Justice Arun Mishra, wherein the court had directed demolition of about 48,000 jhuggies alongside railway tracks in Delhi. The petitioner stated that the order of the apex court for the demolition was passed without hearing the slum dwellers either directly or in representative capacity, and thereby the same cannot be sustained. The petition further stated that if the order was implemented, around 2 lakh people living in these jhuggi cluster will be forced to seek their accommodation and livelihood through streets. It will further create chaos in the city, which is already facing a lot of crisis due to COVID-19. Noting that the current situation at their border is not in the interest of either side, India and China have agreed on a 5-point roadmap including quick disengagement of troops and avoiding any action that could escalate tension for resolving the 4-month-long face-off in eastern Ladakh. As the two countries reached the agreement during the talks between External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi on Thursday evening, government sources said the Indian side strongly raised the deployment of large number of troops and military equipment by China along the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh and conveyed its concern. The Chinese side could not provide a credible explanation for the troops build-up, the sources said on Friday. Jaishankar and Wang met in Moscow on the sidelines of the meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The talks, the second highest political contact between the two countries in a week, lasted 2.5 hours. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh and his Chinese counterpart General Wei Fenghe had also met in Moscow on Friday on the sidelines of a SCO meet. Government sources said the 5-point agreement will guide the approach of the two countries to the current border situation. The Indian Army and the Chinese People's Liberation Army have been locked in a tense standoff in multiple areas along the LAC in eastern Ladakh since early May. Shots were fired across the LAC on Monday for the first time in 45 years, with the two sides accusing each other of firing in the air. Markets regulator SEBI has shortlisted 8 companies including Bharti Airtel, Wipro and Tata Communication to revamp its IT infrastructure network and communication systems. The other shortlisted companies are Hewlett Packard, Enterprise India, IBM India, NTT India, Orange Business Services India, Technology and CV Technologies. The Securities and Exchange Board of India is looking to reburish its IT infrastructure network and communication systems. Besides, it is planning to have a centralized control over its network and IP telephony infrastructure. Accordingly, the regulator in July invited expression of interest from solution providers for upgrade and revamp of IT network, IP telephony and video conferencing setup of SEBI. Following these 8 bidders have been shortlisted for further process, SEBI said in a notice. At the time of inviting EOL, SEBI said the proposed solution should be robust, secure, stable, efficient, and easy to manage and should have latest collaborative features. That is all for today's news bulletin. Stay tuned to Radio Central News for more updates.